Hi, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about filing for federal and state financial aid. The first step in that process to get the ball rolling is going to be to file a FAFSA. That is the free application for federal student aid. Notice I said free. It shouldn't cost you any money to get financial aid. You're going to go to a website, FAFSA.ed.gov, to start the process. Once there, you'll log in using a PIN number that you'll get from the website, which acts as a unique identifier and login information for the FAFSA. You will need to file every year, but that PIN number can be used as your unique identifier each year that you file. If you're filing for your child as well as yourself, or filing your spouse as well as yourself, each person will need their own unique PIN number. When you log in to file, you're going to need to have some information ready, such as your Social Security number and your previous year's W-2s and taxes. It will ask you some information, and the form is really specific. It tells you exactly what line items to look at on those returns and those forms to input the necessary information. Once you log in, it's also going to ask you for what schools you'd like the information sent to, and it has a school lookup code, but any university that you've been admitted to will likely be able to provide that information for you, or it may even be included in your admissions materials. It's usually a 6-digit code that you'll input when it asks for that information. Also, I want to make sure that I point out to you that as a dependent student, you would need your parents' information, and you'll know if you're dependent or independent by answering the questions that are on the FAFSA. So once you file, and this is all done electronically, you're going to get what's called a student aid report, or SAR. You need to review that information carefully. It will tell you some preliminary information based on what you entered, and it will also tell you if you've been selected for the verification process. The verification process is similar to what people think of as an audit. It's just a check and balance on the federal aid process to make sure that everyone's receiving accurate financial aid. Some students are selected and some students aren't, and if you're selected, you're going to need to provide additional information. So if your student aid report tells you that you've been selected for verification, keep an eye out for a mailing coming from any university that you've sent that information to. If you're in verification and don't complete the required materials, you will not be able to receive federal financial aid. Once you've cleared the verification process, the schools will then begin the process of calculating your eligibility, and some of that's going to be on your student aid report. For example, if they think you're eligible for a Pell Grant, based on what you provided, it will be on your student aid report, but that information is not going to go all the way through until you've completed all the necessary requirements.